All righty, welcome in, race fans. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the SIM500 CJ Automotive Dirt Division Series. Williams Grove, the scene of the season finale tonight for these guys. They have been splitting time between street stocks and the 360 wing sprint cars. This is race number 11 of the season. Like I said, their season finale. Going to crown a 360 sprint car champion and an overall champion in this race tonight. Justin Fuller already locked up the street stock championship. He won 3 of the 5 races in that series. Currently, the 28 machine of Gabe Glatfelter is leading the points over Mike Kelly and Jay Graves. Glatfelter's been a pretty consistent driver all season. It looks like he has not finished outside the top 10 at all. He's got 2 wins. 5 top 10s and 4 top 5s, and he has a 50-point lead over Mike Kelly heading into this final race, and a 70-point lead over Jay Graves. Kelly, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and Graves has a singular top 5 and 3 top 10s in the 5 races. Shea Paulo, driver in the series, has only made 3 of the last 4 starts. And he has a win and 2 second-place finishes. I feel like if Shea may have competed in all the races, he might be vying for the title right now, too. Several drivers kind of in contention. Terry Mustard and Justin Fuller, along with Nick Cohan, as they get prepped for this one. A lot going on with the SIM500, guys. This is the inaugural season for their dirt division. They hope to come back in the summer after they wrap this one up. They are making all the preparations for that right now. We'll see if the Dirt Racing Network is going to cover that for them or how that's going to go for them. They are still in the planning process of that, but they do have a lot going on over there. I do know they're going to have a 1987 NASCAR Cars series coming up in the next couple of months. If you want to check them out, go over to SIM500. And find them. These guys right now got about 20 cars checked in for this season finale right here. They got just a few minutes left of practice. They'll get ready to go to their qualifying, and then they're going to run this thing off. They got a 30-lap feature on tap tonight to crown the champion. Doing this finale at Williams Grove Speedway, and I am quite sure that has a lot to do with their sponsor tonight, CJ Automotive. Since 1972, CJ Automotive has been serving the greater Slate Belt region of Pennsylvania with quality low-mileage used cars and trucks. Honesty and trust is what CJ Automotive prides itself on, building strong relationships with its customers. If you're in the market for a rust-free, low-mileage quality vehicle, look no further than CJ Automotive. It's family owned and operated, so they know what you need for your family and work needs. Not in Pennsylvania, not a problem. Buying vehicles has changed over the last few years, and CJ Automotive has evolved to help you out no matter where you're at. You see a vehicle you like, they will pick you up at the airport, take you to your new vehicle. So drop over to cjauto21.com and check out their current inventory. You don't see what you need, send them a message. They'll see if they can find it for you. Also, check them out on Facebook, CJ Automotive. Sponsor for tonight's event. Sponsor for this whole series. But big sponsor for tonight. And like I said, I think that has a lot to do with where this finale is at. Williams Grove Speedway. I have spent plenty of time calling races here over the last couple of months. So I am very familiar with what this track is going to do tonight. Right now, Gabe Glatfelter, your points leader. Some of his closest competition right there behind him, Jay Graves. 17.933, his quick lap right now. A lot on tap for you here. Scheduled for 4 heat races. We'll see if we can fill in enough cars to do that. Still waiting for some guys to make it through the gate. They got about 5 minutes. So, guys, if you're supposed to race here and you're watching, better get the truck pulled through the gate. It is time to go racing. Trying to put 24 cars in the feature for 30 laps. These guys didn't have any drop weeks short season when they split the time between the 360s and the street stocks. So they had no drop weeks in this thing. Guys, we appreciate everybody spending your time with us here Tuesday evening. I know there's a lot of places starting to open up and a lot is starting to go on, and people have been cooped up, so a little bit of cabin fever and you're itching to get out. But if you're spending time with us, that just means you really enjoy racing. We hope you enjoy tonight's show. Say hi in the chat, no matter where you're at. If you're over on any of the Facebook channels, if you are on Twitch or YouTube, I can see you in my multi-chat. Don't forget to come by the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. Give us a like, a share, and a follow. 6 nights a week, something going on the Dirt Racing Network. Here with the SIM500 group tonight. Tomorrow night, NCRA Modifieds. They'll be at the dirt track at Charlotte. 8 o'clock Eastern for that. Midwest drivers in the NCRA Modified Series. Taking it to each other. I believe this is round number 5 tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, Dirt Slingers Racing League. 410 Outlaw Series presented by Wicked Energy Gum. They will be right back at Charlotte. Their third round of the season. They're going to have a couple of big announcements in that series coming out in the next few days. They've got a big event planned in late June with a big prize pool for that. So make sure you go over to Dirt Slingers Racing League on Facebook and like and follow that page. Friday night, Flat Out Sim Series right back here at Williams Grove. Local drivers from the Williams Grove area race there on a weekly basis. All getting together during the Corona time. Racing each other right here. So the rest of the week filled up with racing, but we are waiting for these guys to get to it. A couple of more cars have checked in. I see Travis Oldfield and Richie Preston in the field now. Seeing some big names in here. Give these guys a couple more minutes here. Yeah, come join me, Mike. I'll give you the roadmap to get here, buddy. Well, thanks for the shares there, Rick. We appreciate that greatly. Don't forget to go follow us over there on the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. Major announcement. That is right, Mr. Peterson. Major announcement. Hello, Mr. Evans. Yes, sir, Mr. Arler. We certainly have. What are you going to do in all this downtime? I mean, we got to fill the time with something, right? How did you do last night, sir? I did not see any posts today about how you did in the Pro Series last night. Let me know how you did. I mean, you know, you'd think sponsor on the car and all. You'd tell me these things, but you know, I know how you kids are. I got it. All right, practice starting to wind down. About a minute and a half, just a little under that to go. Cars are still making circuits out here on the track. Still Glatfelter, Graves, and Lacrosse, the top 3 on the speed chart. Fixed setup race for these guys. They will have a reset to 20% before qualifying and 1 reset before they kick off the B-Mains. Now, with the limited number of cars, that may change, but that was the schedule for this evening. Scheduled to kick off racing any moment. They're going to go to qualifying. When they get ready to go to qualifying, we have a couple of things that we like to do here. And as soon as they click over, so will we. And no, Scott King, I don't know if he ever sleeps. I see him racing a lot. I mean, I see him racing a ton. So he's getting pretty darn good at it, too. Started 18th after winning the B. Drove to 10th. And then got fenced after 2 laps. Well, that's not the way we wanted to end tonight, but I would just say welcome to the Pro Series, sir. All right, practice winding down, and that always means that we do our national anthem. We have something very special this evening, and we will get right to it while these guys get to qualifying.
Please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, all the formalities out of the way. Right now, Travis Oldfield jumps to the top of the pylon, 18.455 seconds. Ahead of Gabe Glatfelder, Shea Paulo, Richie Preston, and David Comstock in the top 5. 18 of the 23 cars have taken time at this point. We will see Scott Smiley. Looks like he was on track. He is going to jump into the 16th position. Nothing changing inside that top 5, though. Session about to wind down. About 5 seconds left. You can see Williams Grove is a half a mile. So heat races being divvied up right here. 3 heat races for you. Looks like about 7, 8 cars in each one. Let's get ready to run down through our starting lineups. On the pole out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the Car Crafters, Topper Town, number 38, Travis Oldfield to his outside. The Jessup Logistics, number 25, of Richie Preston. Row 2. On the inside, the Discount Tires number 2 machine of Mike Kelly, and on his outside, the Haas Automation number 5 of Chris Jabot. Row 3 on the inside, the 00. The Mission 22 machine of Don Runkle Jr. on his outside, going to be Scott Smiley in the 12 car. And on the back row, on the inside, the VAR Transport number 63 of Bill Coy. On his outside, the Gentleman Jack number 04 of Doug Sigmund. So 8 cars right now, looking like we only have 7, as Scott Smiley's car did not make the call to the grid yet. He posted a qualifying time. Maybe he broke something. 10 laps for each heat race. 3 drivers go directly to the feature. I think every car that is starting tonight will go directly to the feature. But preferred starting spots towards the front will go to the top 3 in each heat race. Couple of pace laps around, give the drivers a chance to spot where they're going to find any tacky tonight. We'll get these guys underway. SIM500, CJ Automotive Dirt Division season finale. Our first time with the SIM500 guys, and I know that Joey kind of runs the entire show over there. He's a good guy. I like Joey a lot. We've conversed on many occasions, known each other for a very long time. So I don't know if you're watching, Joey, but been a while. We need to have a phone call or something, buddy. Let me know what's going on in your world. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to go green out of turn number 4, Oldfield and Preston. If you're a regular viewer of the Dirt Racing Network, you see these guys just about every time we go live with a sprint car race. See all the chat in the multi-chat over there. Thank you very much. Hey, Tim Nichols. Thank you, buddy. I saw you started a watch party. Big ups to you, sir. All right, the pace truck is in. We are going to get loud right here out of turn number 4. All starts are dependent upon the leader. When he goes, everyone should go. And he waited till we got up on the front stretch.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, and he waited for the green flag, and it is out. Even start for the front row. Now Oldfield has it through turns 1 and 2. Sorry, I just got a funny message. Down to 3 and 4 for the first time. Travis Oldfield with Richie Preston hot on his heels. Mike Kelly sits in the 3rd spot, and he's got Chris Jabot right behind him. Now Jabot falling back just a little bit out of turn 2. Didn't get the forward bite that he was looking for. Don Arundel behind that. Bill Coy, Sigmund, and then Smiley finally made the call there at the very end. He started the back of the field, but working lap number 3, going into turns 3 and 4. It is still Oldfield out in front of Preston. Preston just hounding that push bar on the exits of the corner, but he can't do anything with him on the entries. Now goes to the bottom side, wants to see if there's anything down low. You can't pass a man when you're following directly in his tire tracks, that's for sure, and he loses about 4 car lengths. Mike Kelly not really closing the gap, managing about 1 second between himself and Richie Preston. He is not losing any time either. This time down to turns 3 and 4. Going to be halfway. Preston got the car very sideways. You saw it right there in 3 and 4, and he loses a little bit more space. 0.7 of a second now. Big wiggle going into 3. That's going to cost him a couple of more tenths through that corner. It's Oldfield riding the cushion, stretching it out. 0.9 of a second. 1.5 back to 3rd place, Mike Kelly. Oh, 0 car. Rundle got way sideways. He clips the fence. He's going to be upside down. No caution. No caution. 3 to go. Oldfield out over a second now ahead of Richie Preston. Preston 1.5 seconds over Mike Kelly. Travis Oldfield. Quickest in qualifying, started on the pole. He's had a cakewalk thus far. 1.5 laps to go to pick up the Heat 1 win. Out of turn 4, White Laundry in the air. One more time around Richie Preston. 1.4 seconds at the line that time. Oldfield starting to stretch it out. Kelly 1.7 seconds behind that, and Jabot another second behind Kelly. Out of turn 4, checkered flag in hand. Flagman shows it to Mr. Oldfield. He picks up the Heat Race 1 win. Richie Preston second. Mike Kelly third. They will have good starting spots in our feature tonight. Everybody else is going to start near the rear of the field from about halfway on back. 1 down, 2 to go in our heat races. On the pole for this one, your points leader in the 28 machine, Gabe Glatfelter, and on his outside, the 42 machine of David Comstock. Row 2 on the inside. The quick cars, number 121 of Matt Lacrosse, and on his outside, get well soon, Nick's dad. Hashtag CJ Auto. The 01 of Nick Chambrone. Whoops, I did that wrong. Ha. Row 3 on the inside going to be the 88 car. That is the U.S. Army machine of Jay Graves, your second in points. And on his outside in the Waffle House, number 133, going to be Dennis Briegel. Justin Fuller, the 51 machine, did not make the car, so we will be down to 6 cars in this heat race. These guys will take one more parade lap. They will get the green the next time through turns 3 and 4. Good evening, Cody Kelly. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Through turns 1 and 2. Next time they go through turn 4. Green flag will fly. Watch them come under the walkover bridge down the backstretch. The world famous Williams Grove Speedway walkover bridge. All right, pace truck, hard left. Into the infield he goes. Gladfelter. Waiting up on the straightaway. Green flag in the air. Good start, front 2 rows. Gladfelter goes high. Comstock cuts it underneath. It's going to be a drag race for the lead down to turn 3. Comstock had it on the inside. Checked the car up. That's going to let Gladfelter have the lead in lap number 1. Nick Chambrone slides around the outside of David Comstock and takes second over. Comstock is third. Lacrosse is fourth. Graves in fifth, and Briegel running in the 6th spot. We're watching the top 3. Top 4 now on the screen. Top 5. Two down. Three in the books, 7 to go. Still Gladfelter, Chamborne, Comstock, Lacrosse, Graves, and Briegel. Gaps about the same, first to second, second to third, about 4 or 5 tenths of a second. About 1 second between first and third right now. The ever consistent Gabe Gladfelter leading the points by 50. Coming into tonight's race. And he is out in front in heat race number 2. We saw Mike Kelly in the last one. He finished third. So depending on the finish of this one, when they'll have 4 to go this time out of turn number 4, will determine how close those 2 drivers are going to start together in our feature race. But Gladfelter still leads Chambrone and Comstock. Matt Lacrosse still in 4th. Graves in 5th. And Briegel a good distance back here in the 6th spot. Car backwards. I don't know if that was Lacrosse. Lacrosse's car up against the infield wall there, and he is going to be in a little bit of trouble when these guys come rolling by right here. Gets it back in the grass. They stay green. Now Gladfelter, 8 tenths of a second ahead of Chambrone. 2 to go this time. Comstock still third. He is a good 2.5 seconds back of the 0-1 of Chambrone. It is all Gladfelter right now. White flag in hand. Gladfelter sees it first. Looks like he is going to cruise to an easy heat race win. Chambrone still second. Comstock a distant third, but they are going to finish in that order. Gladfelter picks up the win. Heat number 2. Chambrone, Comstock, then Graves, Briegel, and Lacrosse got that car into the infield. A little bit of damage on it. They'll get him fixed up, get him back for our feature race here in just a short order. One more heat race on tap for you. Familiar face to Dirt Racing Network viewers. On the pole, the over-the-wall photography. Elbows up Simsport, number 21 out of Hanford, California, Shea Paulo. And to his outside, the TNT Racing, number 0 out of Piketon, Ohio, Terry Mustard Jr. Row 2 on the inside. The Logan Products, number 46 of Richard Swavely. And to his outside, the 34 machine, that's Pennzoil sponsored car, Robert Harley, the pilot. Row 3 on the inside. The Chevy Accessories, number 99 of Brandon Walter. And on his outside, the Amsoil, number 02 of Shannon Wood. And in the back, all by his lonesome, the CJ Automotive, number 21, going to be Nick Cohan. So 7 cars, 10 more laps. Everybody will make the feature, but the top 3 are going to have preferred spots. They will make up the front 9 starters out of the 3 heat races. Everybody else will be behind that. So the first 5 rows basically are set by our heat races. We'll be going green at this time out of turn number 4. Some Shannon Wood fans in the chat. All right, pace truck, hard left into the infield. Green flag in the hand of the starter. Paulo and Mustard. Paulo
Green, green, green.
goes right at the exit of 4. He is out to a big lead by the time we hit turn number 1. About 12 car lengths over Terry Mustard. Harley runs in third. Swavely in the 4th spot as we head to turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Paulo leads lap 1. Mustard, Harley, Swavely, Walter, Cohan, and Wood. Shannon Wood. Little trouble through 1 and 2. That car was way out of shape, and he is really struggling to get a handle on the track right now. He is a good half a track back. You see he's in turn 2. The leader is already on the front stretch. Shea Paulo. 2 seconds and a first in his 3 starts in the series. And he is cruising in heat race number 3 right now. Terry Mustard trying to run him down about a full second between those two. Robert Harley about another half second behind Mustard, and Swavely about another half second behind that. That's your top 4. Working lap 5. Right now it'll be halfway when they cross the start line. This time by 5 down, 5 to go. Lap car right in front is Shannon Wood, the 02 machine. He's got about half a straightaway. But the way Paulo is picking him up and putting him down, he may get lapped before it's over. We'll just have to see how that plays out. 4 to go this time. Still Paulo, Mustard, Harley, Swavely, the top 4. Brandon Walter in that 5th spot. Show Nick Cohan here. He's running in 6th. But out of turn 4, they've caught the lap car of Wood, and Paulo gives him a good punt in the back end. As they take 3 to go that time by. Now Paulo trying to work down on the bottom. He will put the 0-2 car of Shannon Wood a lap down next to get to Wood. On the high side, Terry Mustard. That punt in the back closed the gap. It was 1.1 seconds. Now it is down to right at 0.8 at the line between Paulo and Mustard. But Shane Paulo having his way with the Heat Race 3 field right now. He's going to come out of turn 4. White flag over the 21 car one more time around, and he will pick up the win in Heat Race number 3, and he will start no worse than 3rd in the feature. Terry Mustard running 2nd. Robert Harley still in 3rd. We know Paulo's going to win it. Mustard is coming home 2nd. Wanted to make sure that Mr. Harley got around the lap car clean. He is going to pick up 3rd place here. And Swavely will come home in 4th. Heat race action has ended. There will be no consolation race, so I believe these guys will have a short warm-up here. Let me check my itinerary. And they will run a B main for starting position. So you're going to get bonus racing here, folks. $15 laps. Everybody's going to the feature. They are doing this for their starting positions. Give some of these guys a chance that maybe had a problem in their heat race to improve their starting position for the feature. It's going to be Jabot and Graves on row 1. Row 2, Swavely and Coy. Briegel and Walter in row 3. Row 4 will be Smiley and Lacrosse. Cohan and Runkle in row number 5. Row 6, Fuller and Wood. And Sigmund will start in the 13th position. A view from above while these guys pace around here. Appreciate you guys spending your time with us here on the Dirt Racing Network. Hope you are enjoying the coverage of the SIM500 CJ Automotive Dirt Division Series. Just their season finale if you're just joining us. Crowning a 360 and overall champion. These guys have split time between the 360s and the street stocks. Justin Fuller picked up the championship in the street stocks. And he has yet to make a race in this. He checked in to the server, but he has not started a race tonight. He is not starting in this B main right here. So I don't know what that's going to do to the overall championship, but I know Nick will let us know when we get down to it. All right, green out of 4. This time 15 laps. Jabot and Graves on the front row. Ready for the green flag to be displayed. Jabot's on the throttle. The green flag is in the air. B-Main underway. Everyone will transfer through. They are racing for their starting position in the feature. This will be from 10th on back. However they finish here, they will start position number 10 and go down the field from there. At the line, the first time by. Jabot, Graves, Swavely, Coy, Walter, Lacrosse, Runkle, Smiley, Cohan, Briegel, Simon, and Wood. Good battle right in the center of the pack right here. 6th, 7th, and 8th, Walter, Runkle, and Smiley. 99 machine of Brandon Walter right there. He went for the slider line, had to check up mid-stride right there as he was going to run right over the back of the 121 of Matt Lacrosse. Battle at the front. There goes Jabot into the outside fence. He's going to get clipped and tumbled around. These guys taking evasive action. That is going to put the 5 car in the infield. He'll finish 12th in the B main. Jay Graves has picked up the lead. He'll complete lap number 4. In front of the field, Swavely is second. Coy now works around Lacrosse. Those two trading back and forth back here. Coy had a problem out of turn 2, and he lost a bunch of ground right there. It looks like Brandon Walter just has the car set up the way he wants to get right through the center right there, but he is having to check up every single time for whoever's in front of him, or he's going to run into the back of him. Watch him go through a lap or so here. He is now chasing Scott Smiley. Visor getting covered with mud. Brandon Walter in the 6th spot. Jay Graves now getting away from the field. He has pulled out to over 1 second on Richard Swavely. Just a little past the halfway point. 8 down, 7 to go. Matt Lacrosse closing in on the 46 car of Richard Swavely. Lacrosse in 3rd, Coy in 4th, and Coy's going to have his hands full here. He was in the middle. And Smiley got there, just couldn't quite get the clean line going around the high side on the front stretch. He does it in 1 and 2, moves Scott Smiley into the 4th position. Bill Coy back to 5th, right in front of the 99 machine of Brandon Walter, who still sits in that 6th spot. Jay Graves will see 4 to go, this time by under the flag stand. Graves, Swavely, Lacrosse, Smiley. Walter gets around Coy on the high side of turns 1 and 2. Move Brandon Walter into the 5th spot. Bill Coy back to 6th. Nick Cohan is up to 7th. Dennis Briegel in 8th. Shannon Wood running in the 9th spot. Looks like Wood has figured something out. He's got that car way more under control here than he had in his heat race. Doug Sigmund in the infield. Chris Jabot and Don Runkle. All going to make it to the feature, but they're all going to start way deep in it. 2 to go. That time for Jay Graves. He takes it right through the middle of turns 1 and 2, down the backstretch, 0.8 of a second ahead of Richard Swavely. And slowly, Matt Lacrosse is reeling Swavely in, but I don't know if he's got enough time to do anything with him. If he's going to do it, he's got 4 more corners to get it done. A white flag in the air, B main coming to a close. To the high side. It looks like Graves is going to pick up the win. Swavely second, Lacrosse. Then Smiley, Walter, Coy, Briegel, Wood, and Cohan as the B main comes to a close. So let the guys clear the track. See what they are offered. They have a 5-minute warm-up session scheduled. 3-minute warm-up session. While they do that, I am going to let you guys watch this.
got a country swagger, keep the music turned up and got moves like Haggard. You can find us hanging out every night. It's a little bucked up, but we're all alright. Don't hurt the drain. Hey, let me hear you sing that I do what I want, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, 'cause thanks to them, I'm a big old star. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Hillbilly rock star.
All right, big shout out to my man Tim Nichols, Tim's Sims. Proud to have him as a sponsor for the Dirt Racing Network. Helps us out a ton around here. Helps a lot of the sim racing leagues on iRacing. See his name just about everywhere these days. We are watching Jay Graves turn laps right now. 28 machine, your current points leader. Top the speed chart in final practice. Winding that down to about 50 seconds to go here. And we'll get ready to put 23 360 sprint cars out here. 30 laps. Champion to be crowned at the end of the night. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll talk to the top 3 drivers and the champ if he is not among that top 3. And thank you, Mr. Newell. Don't forget to drop by the page, like, share, and follow. If you haven't already, Dirt Racing Network here on Facebook. Give us a like, a share, and a follow. Say hi in the chat. I don't care if you're on the YouTube, Twitch, or one of the Facebook pages. Say hello. Our multi-chat will pick it up. Final practice has ended. It is time for 30 laps on the board. Feature time. SIM500 CJ Automotive Dirt Division season finale. About to get underway. Right here from Williams Grove. And on the pole will be the 38 machine of Travis Oldfield. To his outside, your current points leader, the 28 of Gabe Glatfelder. Row 2 on the inside. 21 machine of Shea Paulo. 25 of Richie Preston on his outside. The 01, Nick Chambrone inside of row 3. Terry Mustard Jr. on the outside of that row. Row 4 is going to be Mike Kelly, the 2 car on the inside, and David Comstock in the 42 on the outside. The 5th row, the 34 of Robert Harley inside. The 88, Jay Graves on the outside of that row. Richard Swavely, the 46 inside of row number 6, and on his outside, Matt Lacrosse in the 121. Row 7 inside, the 12 car, Scott Smiley on the outside, the 99, Brandon Walter. In the 8th row, the 63 of Bill Coy. Inside, outside, Dennis Briegel, the 133. The 9th row has Shannon Wood, the 02 car on the inside, with Nick Cohan, the 21 on the outside. And in the 10th row, the 04 of Doug Sigmund. Inside, Chris Jabot, the 5 car on the outside of that row. And in the final row, Don Runkle Jr., the 00 on the inside of that row. 51, Justin Fuller. Rounding out the field, 22 360 sprint cars. Season finale, CJ Automotive SIM500 Dirt Division. The lights are going to go off on the pace truck this time down the front stretch. The next time out of turns 3 and 4, it will be time for the Thunder and the Lightning. Champion to be crowned in 30 laps. Caution laps will not count in the feature. Pace truck is in the infield. We are waiting on Travis Oldfield to find the loud pedal. Oldfield on the throttle, green flag in the air. We are underway. Everybody 2 by 2 for the first 4 or 5 rows. Oldfield slid it to the high side. Now it's 3 wide down the backstretch. Paulo, Glatfelter, Oldfield, Glatfelter backed out of it. He doesn't have to do anything but finish the race, I think, and he probably picks up the championship. So expect the 28 car to race very smartly. We will see who was in the caution. I don't know if it was the 00, but he is liable to take us right past whatever it was. As he backs it down, cars were sideways. There was one. It is going to recycle and put everybody right back where they were. And Dennis Briegel's car looks like it is already in the infield. Let's see what happened. 33. Oh, went down into turns 3 and 4. Car went up on its lid, and that's one of their rules. If your car gets off its wheels, you must park it for the remainder of that event. So we'll let the field get kind of sorted out here. We'll tell you who the top 10 was as they'll line them up single file for this restart. Oldfield, Glatfelter, Paulo, Preston, Chambrone, Mustard, Comstock, Harley, Graves, and Swavely are their top 10. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Right back here on the Dirt Racing Network. I'll be right back in the booth with you. NCRA Modifieds from the dirt track at Charlotte. Been watching the chatter with the drivers while this is going on, and they are getting some practice laps in. They will be on. They will have a 50-lap feature for you in the Modifieds tomorrow night. Those guys have been having a really, really good time. It's been a lot of fun watching and calling their races for them. So don't forget to tune in for that. If you like, share, and follow the page, you'll get an automatic notification when we go live. But right now, Oldfield back on the throttle. Green flag back in the air. Man, did he catch Glatfelter sleeping right there. He's got 8 car lengths down into turn 1. Shea Paulo in third. Moves to the inside off turn 2. He's going to try to take second away from Glatfelter. Stays on the bottom. Glatfelter to the very outside. Paulo up to second. Glatfelter got a little out of shape off 4, backed off the throttle. Now he's got to deal with the 25 car of Richie Preston. Preston looking on the inside, not quite there. Will he have something through 3 and 4? He's going to stay down on the bottom. Move Glatfelter back to 4th as Preston takes 3rd away. So it's Oldfield, Paulo, Preston, Glatfelter. Chambrone, the 01 car around the high side, runs in 5th. Terry Mustard in 6th. Comstock, Harley, Graves, and Swavely still in the top 10. Matt Lacrosse, a 121 machine, a blue and yellow car, lurking in 11th. He's got Scott Smiley in the 12 car right behind him. That's your top 12, but out in front, Oldfield, and he's about to have his hands full. 21 machine lurking right behind him when they went into 3. What's it going to be out of 4? Still Oldfield at the line. Oldfield staying up in the marbles, using the wider arc. More momentum through the corner, and he pulls away a couple of car lengths down the backstretch this time. 21 and 25 cars way down low. Oldfield using the high side now, starting to stretch out a little bit. 0.4 of a second over Paulo, and he's getting into lap traffic. About to go by Mike Kelly. No, that's Doug Sigmund, excuse me. Those cars look a little similar to one another. Sigmund goes a lap down. Early in this one, 8 laps in the books, 22 still to go. We are already getting into lap traffic. On board, Shea Paulo chasing your leader, Travis Oldfield, as they get into traffic. We'll see if the lap cars do anything to slow the 38 machine down. Lap car on the inside, Shanna Wood gives way to the faster leaders. Paulo tried the bottom side, didn't make ground, didn't lose ground. He's got Richie Preston peeking on the inside now, the 25 machine. Making noise in third. Heavy lap traffic in front of the leaders. 2 more cars a lap down, second and third. Paulo and Preston now dealing with the lap cars. A 63 car of Coy right in the middle of that. Paulo goes to the high side. 99 of Brandon Walter goes a lap down. Richie Preston now working. He is in a hornet's nest right here, and Glatfelter's caught him. Glatfelter around the top side, cuts down to the middle. Those cars almost touching for. There's contact right in front of Glatfelter. He's going to lose the front wing. Everybody stays facing forward. No caution. But Glatfelter now with a damaged machine, a good distance, 3 seconds back of Richie Preston as he had to gather the car back in. Paulo still on the prowl. Stand within about 4 or 5 car lengths of the back of the 38 machine of Travis Oldfield. 14 down, 16 to go. Halfway, next time under the flag stand. Richie Preston. Oh, Paulo went for the slide job. He left enough room. He almost had to stop the car coming out of 2, and that lets Oldfield stretch a big lead out now. See Bill Coy's car headed to the infield. 63 machine going to be out of this one. Oldfield, Paulo, Preston. Glatfelter still in fourth. Second caution. Somebody is on the front stretch. I don't know. Somebody was upside down right there. Might have been. I don't know who that was upside down. But somebody was upside down in the front stretch, and they got the car to the infield before I could get on them. Oldfield, Paulo, Preston, Glatfelter mustered the top 5. Chambrone, Harley, Swavely, Graves, and Smiley, the top 10 at the caution. 16 complete. 14 to go. Paulo was starting to put some pressure on Oldfield. They got into the lap traffic. And Oldfield was able to navigate it a little bit more cleanly than Paulo was. Preston had a lot of trouble. He ended up losing a spot to Glatfelter, but then contact with a lap car put Glatfelter into the outside wall. As you can see, the nose cone and the front wing missing off of the 28 machine. Excuse me. Caught a hiccup there. Lights off on the pace truck. We'll be going green out of turn number 4. 14 laps to go. Pace truck is in. Oldfield is on the throttle.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air. These guys, all kinds of different lines. First went to the top, second went to the top, third went to the bottom, and Preston, he's drag racing with Paulo down in 3 and 4. Gladfelter drove it deep into 3 and 4, and he closes up on second and third as Preston moves Paulo back a spot. Now, second, third, and fourth going to the bottom. Fifth place, Terry Mustard went to the bottom as well. Shea Paulo now almost got moved up the hill. He got off the line a little bit, but he's able to hang on to the spot. Gladfelter did not take an extra chance right there. He went ahead and backed the 28 machine down. Now he goes top shelf in 1 and 2. He loses ground to Shea Paulo in third. Preston closing in on Oldfield. Bottom side for the 25. Top side for the 38. Oldfield staying married to the penthouse. Preston keeping it down the basement. Keeping that left rear and the tacky stuff all the way around 3 and 4, and he's got a little drive down the front stretch. He almost pulled even. Couple of more circuits of perfection like that, and I think he'll be there. Loses ground out of turn 2. 25 car got just a little wide and got the rear tires up in the slick. Already back to lap traffic for these guys. Inside 10 to go. Preston careful with the lap car of Coy. Coy went in the infield, came back out. Now the gap, 0.4 of a second. First to second, Shea Paulo's still in third. He's 0.8 back. Gladfelter falling off the pace just a little, another half a second in back of that, and Terry Mustard about another second and a half in back in fifth, and he's got company. Chambrone, the 01 car, closing in for a top 5 finish. Leaders starting to get back into lap traffic again. Another lap, and I think they're going to be in lap traffic. We'll see if it's going to play any part. Lap car is keeping them down on the bottom. That's where Preston wants to be. Preston went in between the fence and the lap car. You can see the lap car did not expect that at all. He wiggled a little on the exit, but it didn't slow Preston down. Now Shannon Wood. Leader goes around the high side. Oldfield gets him. Preston working. He's going to have to go top shelf. Brings it in the middle now. Going to try to cut it down. Car sideways in turns 3 and 4. That was Smiley. Scott Smiley got the car upset in turns 3 and 4. Go see what happened to Mr. Smiley back here. A little wide on the exit of 2 for a second, but he took it back down to the bottom. Got a little wide, got the right rear up on the cushion. I can tell you that he lifted just a little bit to keep it out of the fence. The car found a little bite when the rear tires slowed down, and he shot down off the hill and looped it right in front of the leaders. So we're going to be down to 5 to go when we take the green. Oldfield, Preston, Paulo, Gladfelter, and Mustard the top 5. Chambrone, Harley, Swavely, Cohan, and Lacrosse now into the top 10. Nick Cohan from the back of the field inside our top 10. Waiting to see if the 02 car is going. Yes, he's going to move to the back. We'll be on 1 to go. They'll be green out of turn 4. 5 to go in this one. Try to talk to the top 3. Once we get through the last 5 laps of our feature, we're going to grab our champion, Bring him down here for chat as well. Oldfield, Preston, Apollo, Glatfelter, and Mustard, the top 5 as we get ready to go back to green. And the green flag is in the air. Now, Richie Preston. Trying to run down Travis Oldfield again. Oldfield got a good start. Half a second when they went into turn number 3. 4 to go that time. Still Oldfield, Preston, Paulo, Glatfelter. Chambrone trying to make a run of it. Got loose out of 2. He's going to give up a spot to Mustard down the backstretch. That's your 5th place car now. The Zero Machine of Terry Mustard Jr. Car out of shape, but he's going to keep it facing forward. 2.5 laps left in this one. Oldfield still out in front. Quarter second now. Make it 4/10. He got a big run off of turn 2. 2 to go at the line. Oldfield, Preston, Paulo, your top 3. Travis Oldfield down to 0.3 of a second lead. White flag coming out right here. Does Preston have anything for him? This time Preston hot in a 1 and 2. Keeps it locked down on the bottom. Oldfield around the top. Down the backstretch. Final time into 3 and 4. They're coming out of turn 4. Checkered flag in the air. Travis Oldfield will pick up the win tonight. The SIM500 CJ Automotive Dirt Division season finale. Richie Preston, Shea Paulo, 2nd and 3rd. Gabe Glatfelter in 4th. And Nick Chambrone holds on to 5th. I do believe Mr. Glatfelter should be the champion. And we will start moving drivers around and getting them into position where we can interview them.
He's flipping me
Hey,
over.
Nick, can you bring those guys into the waiting room for me and move them for me, please? I don't have permission.
Sweet. I didn't know.
All right, I got to try to get these guys down here. We are going to get the top 3. I know the top 3 finishers know exactly what to do with positioning the cars. I'm not sure if Mr. Glatfelter knows or not, but all right, top 3, have them. And now all I got to do is be able to move these guys in here. And I can't do it. Shea Paulo, are you there, buddy?
Yep.
Well, all right, man. A 3rd place for you tonight. I know you had a couple of seconds and a first in your first 3 starts with these guys, but talk to us about this race tonight and the 3rd place finish.
Yeah, man, this is a lot of fun here in this league, man. It's like you've got a lot of really good asphalt drivers that wanted to put this together, and you know, I can't thank them enough for letting us in here and finish on all 3 steps on the 4 races I think I did. So pretty good run, and congrats to Richie and Oldfield tonight. God, Oldfield was ripping the top.
Yeah, he was, he was battling with you guys, but he stayed married to the penthouse, and you guys stayed down there in the basement, and it just didn't work out for you. You guys got into lap traffic there, and I know, it looked like maybe you tried to seize the moment, and bad things happened. You ended up falling a little ways back. But how much did the track change? I need to know, because it was hard to tell from up here in the booth.
It changed quite a bit. We started that B main, I think, on 10%, and we went out for warm-up, and there was a lot of grip through the middle, and by the end of the warm-up, it was pretty much gone through there and went to the bottom and top, and you could kind of run both early on. And then I went to the bottom and was making up pretty good ground in 3 and 4, but the top stayed so fast in 1 and 2. And, a little bit more skill, I might have been, might have had something for those top 2, but either way, it changed quite a bit, and we like to see that.
Harman, well, still a fantastic run third tonight. Who helps you get it done out there, and we'll let you celebrate a little bit.
Can't thank these guys enough for this league on. These guys are awesome to race with. Everybody's pretty respectful, and as you saw there, it stays pretty clean for a while, and we get good lap traffic racing, and CJ Automotive for getting this on Dirt Racing Network with you guys, and you of course for talking us through it. Myself, the Elbows Up team, Over the Wall Photography, Motorsports Beat, BS Air, Jessup Logistics, Catch Fence Apparel, all those guys that help us come out here and race every day. Can't thank everybody enough.
All right, man. Well, it's a pleasure always talking with you. Congratulations on a great run, and we look forward to seeing you the rest of the week, bud.
Thank you, sir. I will see you Thursday night.
All righty. Third place finisher, Shea Paulo. Let's get moved on here and see if Mr. Richie Preston is available. Richie, you there?
Yeah, guy.
All right, man. Well, second tonight, you battled hard. You had to pass your teammate there, Shea, to get up to second. And then you kind of took it to Travis there for just a little bit, and lap traffic got in the way. Talk to us about the run through the feature and your second place finish tonight.
I felt a lot more comfortable on the bottom, and I give that to credit to Tyler Shell. He's been working with me a lot on the bottom here at the Grove. I know it's really hard to do, and I've
He's there, and it looked like you stayed just locked on the bottom, and Travis was able to hold you off on the top. No thoughts at all about trying to get up there, see if you could close the gap, maybe take a slider at him?
I tried it once because the lap cars were down there, they were kind of running the bottom as Travis, the leader, was on the top. So I tried it once, and that was earlier in the race. But at the end, like I said, it was just a little more dominant. But I just felt comfortable on the bottom, just trying to practice and get better at doing it. Like I said, Tyler's been working with me a little bit, so that's helped a lot.
All right, man. Well, I'm sure you've got a bunch of thank yous to give out, and then we'll let you go celebrate a great run tonight.
Yeah, SIM500 for the league. This is like my second race with him, I think. I got nothing else going on tonight, so me and Shay jumped in here at the last minute. And you for the broadcast, Roger, Dirt Racing Network, and then my team, Elbows Up Sim Sport, our sponsors, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Jessup Logistics, Paints by Tunican, Hergot Real Estate Group, BS Air, Olo Photography, Catch Fence Apparel, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Company.
All right, man. Congratulations again on a great run, and I look forward to seeing you later this week, buddy.
Yep, see ya.
All right, let's move on to our winner tonight, Travis Oldfield. You there, bud?
Sir.
Let me get your level cranked up just a little bit here. Well, man, you start out front there, and you just kind of held serve the entire time, got challenged once or twice. Man, talk to us about this feature race and staying married in the penthouse the whole time up against that outside fence.
Yeah, as Shay said earlier, the track went through a crazy change. At the start, you could run a lot of the track and get away with it. And towards the end, man, you were locked against the wall or locked against the bottom wall.
Yeah, we couldn't see a lot, like I told Shay. I couldn't really tell how much it went through, but I saw guys suddenly stop running through that middle right there, and they went straight to the bottom or straight to the top. And you guys got into lap traffic, and that didn't seem to have any effect on you at all. With those lap cars running the bottom and all the challenges come from the bottom, I'm sure that was a little bit of a sigh of relief there.
Oh, yeah, I've never been so excited to see lappers before.
All right, man. Well, tell us who helps you get it done out here, and we'll let you celebrate a hard-earned victory tonight.
Well, I got to thank SIM500 Series. This is my first race with them. I figured I'd join them, give them a shot, and, they ran everything great. The league was great. I got to thank them for hosting. I got to thank everybody at home for watching. Got to thank you, Roger, for Dirt Racing Network hosting this, allowing to watch it so I can go back and watch it after I'm done. And I got to thank my mom and my dad, just for always supporting me.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great victory, and we hope we get to see you again later this week.
Thank you.
All right, your winner tonight, Travis Oldfield. Let's run through our final results here. Oldfield wins it. Preston was second. Paulo third. Gabe Gladfelter came home fourth. I'm pretty sure he's the champ, but he is not around. And what we'll probably do is we will grab Mr. Cohan and ask him to confirm that for everybody. But he was not available for comment after the race. Chambrone was in fifth. Terry Mustard came home 6th. Waverly in 7th. Nick Cohan 8th. Scott Smiley was 9th. 10th to Robert Harley. 11th to Jay Graves Jr. Matt Lacrosse comes home 12th. 13th, Don Runkle. Chris Jabot in the 14th spot. 15th was Brandon Walter. 16th, Shannon Wood. 17th, Doug Simon. Bill Coy in 18th. 19th, David Comstock. Mike Kelly finished 20th. Dennis Briegel in the 21st spot. And Justin Fuller rounded out the field. Let me see if I can get Mr. Cohan. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Well, it seems like the possible champ has evaded us for interview. Can you confirm that Gabe Gladfelter picked up the championship?
Yes, he did. I'll message him on Facebook, maybe, unless you are already done.
I am not yet. We are live on the air. I was just checking with you since we do not have him to chat, but wanted to confirm for those that are watching that he did pick up the title. Do you know who got the overall?
I believe Gabe got the overall, too.
Okay.
Pretty much stomped them this year.
Well, we were wondering with Mr. Fuller not being here, pretty much for any of this, if that was going to affect the outcome of the overall championship. So you heard it here, guys. Gabe Gladfelter picks up both the 360 championship and the overall championship. The guys really appreciate the series from all the interviews that we had. What can you tell us about what is coming up for you in the future in this dirt stuff?
Yeah, Roger, it's been a lot of fun. As I've said, this is kind of like a beginner series. A lot, the guys that were up front tonight, they're obviously seasoned veterans with this dirt stuff. Really kicked our butts tonight. But for 2020B, we'll be back. SIM500 will be back. We had a lot of fun with this. A lot of the drivers enjoyed this. We will be back in the 360 sprint cars, and we will actually be driving the Pro late model too, instead of the street stocks. What we did was a mixture of 360s and street stocks to start off for our first ever dirt series, and it was pretty fun. But we had a lot of people request to run the dirt Pro late model. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll probably be back mid-June. Schedule's not fully finished yet, but we're really looking forward to that, and really appreciate you coming on board tonight to broadcast this.
All right, we'll keep everybody informed, and let us know, especially if we're going to be back to cover for you. And we appreciate the opportunity. Hope everybody's enjoyed the show, and I look forward to talking to you again in the very near future, bud.
Thanks again, Roger.
All right. Champion Gabe Gladfelter. He picks up both the 360s and the overall. Nick Fuller was the street stock champion. Tonight, your winner was Travis Oldfield to round out the season finale. That is going to do it for us here. Appreciate SIM500 allowing us to come and cover their season finale. Hopefully, we'll get to cover some more of this next season with them. You heard him say they were going to try to start sometime June. We'll let everybody know if that is the case. But tomorrow night, NCRA Modifieds right here. They're going to the dirt track at Charlotte, 8 p.m. Eastern. Do not forget to tune in for that. And then Thursday night, the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series with the Dirt Slingers. Friday night's Flat Out Sim Series. Thursday night starts 8 Eastern and a Friday at 8:30 Eastern. Tune in for all of that action the rest of the week, guys. For myself, I'm Mike Peterson here at the Dirt Racing Network. We appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Likes, shares, and follows all day, all night. Until the next time we see you, keep it dirty, everybody. Good night.